Thanks for coming, Ed. So nice to have you again.
It is nice to be here, Paul.
Hey, welcome to the
He read the
March.
same article I did about how computers are now going to be writing copy.
March. Well, no, I saw that they had on the news the other day. They had a virtual newscaster anchor who was a duplicate of a real guy, but it was all computer generated. It was crazy looking.
Well, of course it is. But so are real people.
So anyway, this is the March selections for 2019, and Ed was kind enough to come, and he actually brought me a pretty good sample of some Pinot Noir from, was that Oregon? No, Russian River.
Russian River.
It was really good, so you might be seeing that soon in the Pinot Noir, Club Pinot Noir. I had French lessons this morning, Ed. Noir, Pinot Noir, okay?
Okay, how about les older vintages from 40 years ago?
Les, because it's les O, is a vowel, you have to say that that's les older.
Les older.
So 40 years ago.
45 years ago.
We are. There are so many
40
things
years
going
ago.
on in this business right now. I can't tell you. It would be here forever. It's pretty incredible. But one of them is just some really fun marketing stuff, including the fact that you had conversations with Mike Krikorian from the LA Times, and we're trying to document my dad's story. But it just ties into the idea that no one else can say, 40 years ago we featured.
Right, and well, the story is not only the 40 years, but what was featured.
That's right.
I mean, come on. I tell people those wines that, they know the Wine of the Month Club because I've been associated with it for so long, but they go, nah, he didn't do a Grand Cru Burgundy for $6.89. Right. Oh, yeah, he did.
We did.
And 40 years ago, we did an Armagnac Gigondas.
A Gigondas. Armand Roux.
And no, it was not Armand Roux. It was like that. But I'd never heard of these guys, and the other one was Bellarbe Fumé Blanc, and that was in '79, and that means that it was about 10 years after the term Fumé Blanc was created by Robert Mondavi. And
so Gigondas, let's go back to that for a second. Being like the blockbuster wine from the Rhone, right? I mean, it's just like,
yeah,
shit at the top. I mean, that thing is like sits in your mouth. I haven't had many lately. I haven't seen many of them lately. But when you get them, they are huge wines.
Well, it was great reading your dad's explanation of it too, because he really explained it very well. And it's right next door to Châteauneuf de Pape, which gets all the press and and all the credentials. But Gigondas is every bit as good as Châteauneuf de Pape, and sometimes
for sure.
better.
More robust for sure. But I'm glad you brought that up, Ed. My dad's description. So I went through some of those newsletters from the 70s, just scrolling through. Mm-hmm. But you should take that disc today so you can scroll through.
Oh, okay, yeah, I'd love to.
And I'm looking at these brands that we've seen and come and go, and all of a sudden I stumble across Smith Eau Lafitte. So I send that 1978 newsletter from the Bordeaux to the winemaker who I just interviewed, who the current winemaker is, and the guy freaked out. And then I found a Bichot, a Burgundy house, Albert Bichot.
Right.
I sent that to them. They freaked out. So here are these wines, not only that we featured and that may still not be that popular, but I'm now conversing with the winemakers and the proprietors, and the history for them is amazing.
Well,
they're fascinated by that.
What I find kind of fun is I've gone through these newsletters myself many times to look for wines, and I'm reading it and I go, hey, this is pretty well written, and at the bottom it says written by Ed Masciana.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
Because I had to remember which ones I wrote and which ones I didn't. No, applause, thank you.
No, laughter.
Oh, it wasn't that funny.
All right, we'll see you on the flip side. Hey, welcome to the classic series of March 2019. Wow. So much going on here at the original Wine of the Month Club that I cannot tell you all of it because some of it's super secret. So secret that I can't tell you about the new podcast that's coming.
So secret he doesn't even know what it is.
So look for the Wine of the Month Club Wine Talks. Ed and I will be
Wine
hosting an amazing show where we interview winemakers and have a conversation with them about the pertinent conversations going on in the wine business right now, not the least of which is going to be the first episode, Natural Wine. So look for that soon, coming to the theater near you.
And it will be conducted by natural people. Okay, let's get on with the wines, okay?
So this, you have the first one, which is, I think, one of the best blends that's come out of the Yolo County from the Guiri family.
Oh God, yeah.
This is a 2000 16 Hermosa, red blend Yolo County. I think it's like.
And look at this. Look at this glass. It's got a flat side on it.
That's weird.
I didn't realize it until I lifted it. I picked it up and I went, "Oh, that's kind of weird." But
how did that get through the bottling line?
Well, that's a good question.
That's not like that. So this has got. It's
These are
got
the
Tempranillo.
matchbook
It's got Syrah. It's got. I can't remember the blend now because we blended this, you and I, playing with some components.
Man, that's so good.
It's such a great wine.
Who cares what's in it? You know, we get so fixated on the astrological foresight of the grape picker and whether it was left or right-handed, and and what the brix was at harvest. And who cares?
The fruit, the acid,
everything,
the balance. And these people.
This is really what a delicious nose.
These people are farmers, and so when you're dealing with them, the business side of it eludes them.
That's not necessarily true. Don't forget, they had one of the most successful brands in the 70s and 80s in R.H. Phillips.
But when you talk to the principal and you say, we have a little urgent for the late. Well, okay, all right, whatever. Listen, I'll be out of town for a while.
Well, this is 18,
great balance. I think it's
19.99
5
on the shelf. $8.99 is a reorder price, and
I could easily see this for $24 on the shelf. It's $19.99, and you get more for $8.99.
It's phenomenal. I mean, it really has great balance.
It does.
I mean, you look at it; it's a dark wine. You figure, it's going to come in and beat you over the head and tear your mouth out and rip a tooth or two. And it sort of does that. But then
good to see your wine geek friends.
Well. Oh yeah, no, you're right. You're absolutely right. Well, I'm getting together a tasting for some of these guys, and I'm going to bring some of our selections. And
there's a chocolate component here.
Absolutely,
and there's a licorice component.
dark chocolate.
Yeah, at the end, it's really good.
I'm at a 98 on this.
Yeah,
I think this one's incredible.
I'll go with that, Ed. You are really good, Ed. I'm going to go with it. You have both of the first ones.
Oh,
you got both of them, Ed.
That means that you get both of the second ones, doesn't it? Paul?
Yeah.
Hush falls over the room.
I don't want to hear no moo of that. No, I don't want to hear no moo of that.
Cheers. This is the Twisted Paso Chardonnay.
Oh, the nose is amazing.
He said that his nose was amazing.
I actually could smell it in there.
Well, of course you could. You could probably smell it across the room.
A lot of nice oak character about it, a little vanilla. Kind of a butterscotch nose.
Yeah, but what I like about this wine, you get the oak in the nose, but it doesn't hit you over the face with a 2x4.
And the character does. I mean, and actually in the palate doesn't either. And a lot of customers that saw this on the shelf downstairs knew it was Calcareous Winery, which we featured other wines a few years ago.
Well, yeah, I mean, they're pretty well known in Paso.
There's that green apple component, which is coming from that.
That's really nice. I'll bet this wine was probably not aged in oak. It was probably just barrel fermented. Because it's really got bright fruit, and they can lose a little bit of that in oak barrels.
Yeah, no, it's got bright fruit. It's got bright acid too. So you're probably right. Probably barrel fermented gives it that flavors of oak, but not
just a touch, just a little bit to give it a little roundness and fatness.
It's got a weight to it too.
Yeah, it really does. $18.99 on the shelf, $7.99 reorder price. I mean that.
I got to raise the prices.
He says that every month. Okay, he's got to raise the prices, and then he doesn't do it. Now, if you're going to say it, just do it.
Well, we'll give him a shot at it first.
Take off your Nikes and just do it.
Oh.
Well, I'm at a 98 on this one too.
I'm a 96, 97.
I love Chardonnay. You know how much I love Chardonnay.
Yeah, I love Chardonnay. Take your BS somewhere else, Ed.
I'm opening up to it.
We poured this the other day at the Saturday tasting, and I thought it was a huge wine. And it gets better and better as it opens up. Even though it's a 15,
I remember this wine.
Even though it's a 15, it just needs a little fresh air, and it's just a great example.
I tell this to everybody who will listen, of which there are very few, believe it or not, and that is that I had never tasted a Malbec from Argentina that I didn't like. I've liked some better than others, but I liked every single one I've tasted. They're absolutely amazing.
This has got a wonderful age on the nose. It's still lean. Still got acid, but it changes in the glass as you taste it.
Oh, this wine's still got a long way to go. What are you talking about? I mean, those upfront tannins.
Very old world too.
Those upfront tannins that kind of coat your teeth and your gums. Those are going to make it live a long time. And the nose is telling you there's plenty of fruit in there.
Second taste.
Wow.
Just like the first, but a little better. Malbec's a tough animal. You've got to appreciate the grape for what it is, and this is a great example of doing that. Because it's not like anything else. It's not Cabernet, it's not Merlot, but it's part of the Bordeaux blends.
Well, it has similarities to it. I mean, most people would drink this and say, "Oh, it's Cabernet," and
Not
you
this
wouldn't.
one.
Well, maybe not this one, but it depends on how much they knew. Anyway, $20.99 on the shelf, $8.99 reorder price, $97. I mean,
Yeah,
the wine is
$96.
I'd like to see this wine in about 10 years.
Yeah,
I'd like to see me in about 10 years.
You're the only one.
Yeah. I may be horizontal.
That was
but
funny.
Nobody else laughed.
Coeur Sauvage, Heart Sauvage. So this is Sauvignon Blanc from the Loire, so it's going to be bright, fruity, not fruity, but acidic on the tongue. Green grass.
Oh, that's delicious. That is, and this price is stupid. All right, it's stupid. $17.99.
Green grass, man, it's amazing.
Well, the thing about
it's gotten actually better since when I bought it, which I bought it like 3 months ago.
the thing about this wine is it's outside the areas of Sancerre and Pouilly-Fumé, because inside the area of Sancerre and Pouilly-Fumé, it would cost twice as much money or more. So you'd be paying in the 30s for a wine like this, and instead you're going to pay $7.99. Somebody told you this is Pouilly-Fumé, you're not going to argue.
Sauvignon Blanc lovers of the world unite.
God, the nose on
For
this thing, it's
$7.99.
got that white
I'm
peach.
telling you, it's changed since the day I tasted it.
Well, it's 2017. It's
I mean,
pretty
it was
young
good when I
wine.
tasted it, but this is better for sure. And it's been we've had it here for about 3 months.
Ooh, wow. Oh,
Came
man, I'm at 99, 100. Man, this wine is delicious. You don't get wines like this for this kind of money. This is really, really good.
You know, I can tell you something. We went to a tasting in Monterey, the big fancy Pebble Beach thing, which is really consumer oriented. It's a lot of fun, so if you ever get the inclining to go, it's not cheap though. Thank goodness I didn't have to pay for it. But we had a Michelin star dinner the last night, Saturday. I guess there were 3 chefs in the kitchen. It was at the Pebble Beach Lodge. We all sat down. We had an amazing meal. The meal was very good. But the first wine, this would have blown it away.
Oh, well, that's not surprising.
There was a Sauvignon Blanc Sonoma. It was seemed to me oxidized. It didn't complement because there was oysters. This would have been incredible. The way they
absolutely.
made oysters.
No,
And the
absolutely.
oysters were sitting in and I don't know what the green, it wasn't a pea, but it was iced. So they took salt, put the
Right.
oyster shell down, put this ice component down there. I don't know, it was like a shaved ice thing. It was green. It must have been peas. And then a poached oyster. And this would have been freaking phenomenal.
Yeah, because you need acidity because that's a very rich taste. So, anyway, that is our show for today for March of 2019, the Classic Series.
Cheers.